More big news and rumors are coming out in regard to Charlotte Flair, so we'll see what's up there. We'll also check out what's new with Zelina Vega, Jade Cargill, and more. Starting things off with Zelina Vega and the big topic of discussion that's coming out of this situation. Zelina's fan base has a movement going on right now that's been active for several months, and it's all about how Zelina Vega should get more solid opportunities. Last time Zelina truly had the big spotlight on her was right around Backlash 2023, and it was a very compelling underdog narrative. But ever since then, opportunities have been extremely rare for her to come across. So the movement was started, and Zelina has been aware of the movement for a while now and will interact with a lot of the fans participating in it. And fans thought that the introduction of the Women's Intercontinental title would be the ideal opportunity for Zelina Vega to break through and win big. But when one of the tournament matches featured a triple threat between Zelina, Lyra, and Ivy Nil, fans knew it was going to be a tough one because Lyra and Zelina were some of the top favorites to win the whole thing the entire time. So the fact that they were both in the same match meant that one of the tournament dreams were ending here, and Lyra ended up winning the match, putting a temporary end to Zelina Vega's Intercontinental dreams. The good thing about this situation from Zelina's point of view is that she did not take the pin for the loss. It was a triple threat match after all, and Lyra pinned Ivy for the win, so even in a loss, that is a little bright spot for Zelina Vega. She was never pinned herself, and her elimination from the tournament only occurred because of a triple threat rule. The more viral moment out of this entire situation took place post-match, where Zelina Vega was seen waving goodbye to the crowd. It was a viral moment because fans did not really know the context of this wave from Zelina. Was it Zelina just waving goodbye to that one individual crowd, or was it a more significant wave of saying goodbye to WWE as a whole after the tournament loss? That was a big topic of conversation, with everyone wondering if we had just seen Zelina's WWE farewell match right there. Zelina took to her social media platforms to post one word message to her fans of sorry. She received thousands of uplifting responses from fans and other talent. Reports then cleared up the entire situation, saying that it's very unlikely that the tournament loss was Zelina's actual WWE goodbye, because she has several more years left on her current deal. So knowing that fact, it seems like her wave was just a simple goodbye to the crowd and tournament, but not a goodbye to the company completely. So where does Zelina Vega go from here? Well, the good thing here is that whoever wins the Intercontinental Championship is still going to need to find a first challenger. So Zelina still has a shot at challenging the first champion for the title. There's a lot of strong candidates to be the first champion. You now have Dakota Kai and Lyra, who advanced to the semifinals. Dakota Kai was getting a lot of vignettes and video packages prior to this tournament starting, so that's a good sign that she may be going deep in this tournament. Lyra is a former NXT Women's Champion, so competing at this high level is not anything new to her at all. She got some great picks there to be the first champion, and we'll have to see if Zelina Vega will come back around and try challenging for the title. Very big update for Charlotte Flair just dropped, and it could be confirming a long-time rumor surrounding Charlotte's return. Ever since the summertime, there was some light rumors and buzz going around that Charlotte's return was booked and planned for the month of December. Some reports came out right after that, which declined that being true and said that Charlotte was not in the creative plans until she was fully cleared. But now, WrestleVotes is reporting that Charlotte Flair's return is happening full steam ahead. She's fully cleared and can make some appearances even as soon as Saturday night's main event. How such a big return like this could be leaked out days in advance is unknown, but apparently Charlotte's return is extremely imminent. And if she is returning at Saturday night's main event, it does make sense because it's basically a premium live event quality type of show. Big matches and appearances from both brands. So it does leave many perfect spots for Charlotte to appear at. If Charlotte's going to appear at this show, that means that she could interfere with one of the big women's division matches. First off, you have Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. Could Charlotte Flair have her presence felt there in that matchup? Then you have the finals of the Women's United States Championship Tournament. Charlotte is a former 14-time world champion. All she knows is winning championship gold. So maybe the introduction of this new championship has caught her attention, and she plans on putting whoever is the inaugural champion on high alert by appearing post-match. That'll be a great way to get fans really interested in this new United States title if a big star like Charlotte is showing intrigue towards it. And the last return theory is one that's way out there, but it actually was hinted at several weeks ago in a report. When discussing how Becky Lynch was set to return soon, the report said that Becky would not be returning alone, implying that either Charlotte Flair would be returning on the same night, a close date, or maybe even returning together. And as crazy as it sounds, maybe Charlotte and Becky fit into the Jade Cargill situation. This big mystery is still going around with Jade Cargill's attacker. Who would want to take her out? Who would come after one half of the women's tag team champions like that? What if the big twist to that entire storyline was that it was a joint operation between Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair to take out Bianca and Jade, but Jade was the only one they were able to get to? Talk about a big twisted return for both Charlotte and Becky. That would be something that no one would be expecting. Maybe fans were expecting Charlotte as a potential suspect for the Jade Cargill attacker, but the idea of Becky Lynch being her partner in crime, no one would expect that. It was also reported not that long ago that Becky Lynch would be returning for a new character change and entering a new era for her upcoming return. So there's a lot of hype there for both of their returns, and it would be insane if they returned together and arrived to light up the women's tag team division right away. Speaking of Jade Cargill, there's been yet again another conflicting new report about her status. Initially, the report was that the backstage attack storyline was a way to write off Jade off television as she recovered from an unknown injury. But then a few days later, new reports came out saying that Jade was fully healthy and not injured at all, and how the attack was just new storyline direction for her. Well, now a few weeks after that report was made, it's now being reported that Jade Cargill is legitimately injured after all, and only a handful of people know the details of this injury. So that's why it was causing that confusion. So lots of back and forth reports here on Jade Cargill's status. And once reports get this messy, it's hard to have any clue about what's actually going on. The one thing to keep an eye on that'll probably be the biggest clue of what Jade Cargill is dealing with is the status of the women's tag team titles. Jade has been gone for several weeks now, yet WWE has not stripped Bianca and Jade of the tag team titles. So if they do not take the titles off of them, that's a good indication that Jade may be back in the imminent future. But if they do end up stripping Bianca and Jade of the titles, that's a big indication that Jade may be missing some serious time here. So the reports are a mess right now when it comes to this situation, but just keep an eye on the state of those titles because it's looking like that'll be the biggest clue of what's happening here. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.